PS5 30th anniversary cancellations, the truth about PS6, and Astrobot winning. All this in today's video. Please like the video, subscribe to never miss a PlayStation update, and share the video to help grow our community. Now let's talk about that PS5 30th anniversary and the cancellations that are happening as pre-orders for the PS5, PS5 Pro 30th anniversary consoles, and DualSense controllers have been canceled for many customers due to overselling by retailers and PlayStation Direct. Despite successful pre-order confirmations, some customers received cancellation emails afterwards. The issue has impacted orders from Amazon and GameStop as well. Amazon is offering $5 vouchers to affected players, but it's unlikely Sony will increase stock to resolve the issue. Some users are reporting scalpers on eBay as a form of protest. There is nothing more disappointing than thinking you have something than finding out that no, in fact, you don't have it. I imagine that these people facing cancellations are pretty upset about it, and rightfully so. The issue is when you have something so limited, you're bound to run into issues like this, and that's what seemed to have happened here. We know Sony isn't going to increase the inventory, and that alone is a shame. I still feel that these products should be available to as many people that are willing to buy them, especially that 30th anniversary Pro bundle. If they did do this, it would also decrease the amount of scalpers and resellers, but alas, here we are. Was your pre-order canceled? If it is, let me know in the comments. Now moving on, we're talking about the PS6. The release of PlayStation 6 games that fully utilize its hardware will take time due to an extended cross-generation period where games will continue to be released for both the PS6 and PS5. This is primarily driven by the high cost of developing AAA games, often exceeding $100 million, and the need for publishers to maximize returns. Releasing games exclusively for PS6 early on wouldn't make financial sense given the limited number of early adopters. In addition, experts from Digital Foundry speculate that the PlayStation 6 will likely emphasize AI-powered features as seen in the PS5 Pro's AI upscaling technology. This focus marks a shift from traditional hardware improvements such as increasing GPU power, which are becoming less cost-effective. The PS5 Pro's relatively modest improvements over the base model compared to the PS4 Pro suggests that future consoles will rely more on AI advancements than just boosting raw processing power. So if you thought, wow, this PS4 generation is a long one, well, just wait till you see just how long the PS5 generation is as we move forward into blending generations where we won't see hardware left behind until they simply cannot run a game on the platform. This is great for those wanting to stick with their existing hardware, but undeniably this will impact those of us wanting the best of the best. But now with SSDs being standard in consoles, I expect that overall we will have at least the perks of not dealing with extended loading periods. Lastly, I want to talk to you guys about Astrobot. Astrobot has had one of the most successful launches for a non-Mario 3D platformer in Europe over the past decade. Sales are 34% higher than Sonic Frontiers and 52% higher than Crash Bandicoot 4 after 1 month. Despite Sony not releasing exact figures, the game has performed well both in Europe and US and received high critical praise with a 94 Metacritic score. Astrobot may not outsell Mario, but to be performing better than these massive platformers is still a huge win for Asobi. I think PlayStation may be able to achieve Mario levels of sales if they nurture and grow Team Asobi and let them explore and go off to create even larger scale platformers. I feel they have earned that with the great Metascore they achieved, and having played the game myself and beat it, I see an incredible studio that can make great games in less than 5 years. That is a studio that can turn around a game very fast compared to your other studios, also achieve high Metacritic scores, and hopefully over time accomplish large sales volumes as well. Naturally, we're not going to know that until we see more and more projects from them, but this being their first game under Team Asobi, right, is a huge accomplishment. This is something that they have a lot to be proud about. This is a game that hopefully we will see spiral into many other projects. Maybe we see even more original IP from them, and even IP that maybe aren't just celebrating the PlayStation heritage, which I think, based on what they've done here, they've made a good platformer. They've taken advantage of all the features of the PS5, and they've shown us some great levels along with some great features that come coupled with that. So I don't think they necessarily needed the PlayStation nostalgia and history to make a good game, because what's here is a fantastic game even without the PlayStation history and heritage that's built into that. So if they wanted to go and make another Astrobot game and not do that, I feel like it would still be very successful and they would make a great game. Or if they even wanted to go off and make a whole new IP it would still work the same if platforming was their goal. This is a team that's capable of making a Nintendo level platformer. Like, you got to understand, a 94 on Metacritic as a platformer is very hard to attain. Like, this is stuff that you only really see attained by Nintendo franchise, their IP, right? Obviously, we have some games that we've seen from other studios perform that well as well. But I mean, in general, the platforming genre is typically dominated by Nintendo. And then you have Astrobot coming out here and they're just like, hey, man, look at our game. It's phenomenal. It's a great game. This is comparable to a Mario game as far as level design and stuff goes. Like, that's amazing. And I hope to see more of that. And I will definitely support any Team Asobi projects in the future. But that is all I have for you guys in today's video. Please let me know what you guys think about all this. PS5 30th anniversary cancellations, the PlayStation 6 not necessarily getting exclusive games from the jump, and lastly, Astrobot having as much success as it did. Did you buy that game, and how did you feel about it? As always, if you enjoyed the video, hit the like button, subscribe if you're new, and share the video to help grow our community. I thank you all for watching. Take care.